PM directs to accelerate the removal of temporary and dilapidated houses across the country.
Terrorist attack in Pakistan. The number of casualties rises to nearly 90.
Interpol launches large-scale operation to crack down on human trafficking.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news. I am Nge An, and here we go, the first headline of the show. Vietnamese Prime Minister Phạm had just signed and issued Directive Number 42 on accelerating the removal of temporary and dilapidated houses nationwide.
The directive states that housing is one of the essential needs of humans and a key factor in the development of the country's human resources. Ensuring housing for the people has always been a priority for the party and state, and is recognized as a social issue and a key task for social welfare and sustainable poverty reduction. Therefore, by 2025, the country aims to complete 3 tasks: providing housing support for those who have contributed to the revolution, offering housing support for citizens through national target programs, and eliminating temporary and dilapidated houses for the general population beyond the 2 aforementioned groups. The Prime Minister has instructed the Ministry of Finance to urgently balance and allocate funds from the state budget to implement the housing support tasks for the people through the national target programs, and to provide housing for those who have contributed to the revolution.
Regarding the terrorist attack at the railway station in Quetta, the capital of Balochistan province, Pakistan, on November 9th, and the number of casualties has risen to nearly 90.
According to initial reports, a suicide bomber is believed to have detonated the explosive vest he was wearing in the midst of a crowd. The casualties include passengers, railway staffs, and security personnel. Local authorities are concerned that the death toll may rise as updates are still being received. Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif strongly condemned the brutal attack and emphasized that those responsible for harming innocent civilians would pay a heavy price. It is known that the Baloch Liberation Army, BLA, a separatist militant group, has claimed responsibility for the bombing. Balochistan is one of the poorest and least populated provinces in Pakistan, rich in resources, and home to key mining projects.
Meanwhile, Interpol has just dismantled the largest human trafficking network to date, arresting over 2,500 suspects and rescuing more than 3,000 victims.
The operation mobilized police forces from multiple countries around the world, rescuing victims from various nations, including children, women, and men who had been deceived, forced into labor, or coerced into prostitution, living under harsh conditions. In addition to raids, Interpol also intensified border controls, monitored thousands of flights, and deployed special task forces to key hotspots of human trafficking in an effort to strengthen the fight against this crime.
Upcoming are some updated news.
Australian scientists have recently discovered a new virus having capability of killing antibiotic-resistant superbugs, offering a new avenue in the fight against antibiotic resistance. 2 previously unknown variants of a bacteriophage virus were found in a waterway in the northern suburbs of Melbourne. These variants, when cultured in the laboratory, demonstrated the ability to destroy common antibiotic-resistant superbugs found in hospitals at varying levels. The researchers hopes that this discovery will serve as a foundation for further exploration of virus variants in nature with the potential to combat superbugs.
According to Phung Duc Tien, Deputy Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, despite the impact of Typhoon Number 3, Yagi, both aquaculture and wild-caught fisheries have shown amazing growth. In the context of major importing markets experiencing a sharp increase in demand for seafood, Vietnam's seafood exports saw impressive growth in October, surpassing $1 billion. Over the first 10 months, seafood exports reached $8.23 billion. In the remaining 2 months of the year, if the sector achieves $1.8 billion in exports per month, it is on track to reach the goal of over $10 billion in seafood exports for the year.
In recent days, Hà Giang province has attracted tens of thousands of tourists who come to admire the blooming buckwheat flowers. The majestic landscape of mountains and forests, with fields of pure and beautiful buckwheat flowers, captivates visitors to this northernmost region of Vietnam. Not only domestic and international tourists, but also local ethnic minorities have chosen to wear their most beautiful traditional costumes to capture memorable moments with the buckwheat flowers. According to some local flower growers in Dong Van district, each family's flower garden welcomes an average of 250 to 400 visitors per day. The fee for each visitor entering the garden for photos is 10,000 Vietnamese dongs.
After being recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity 10 years ago, Visa folk songs has been integrated into tourism activities and has become a distinctive cultural product. More in the story.
At popular tourist destinations such as the Kim Leen Special National Historic Site, Kua Lo Beach Town, and various historical landmarks, GM folk songs has been performed free of charge for both locals and visitors. Through these songs, tourists can gain a deeper understanding of the beauty and charm of Nge An's folk music.
It is so lucky of me to have chance to listen to GM folk songs right on the walking street, and I really enjoyed it.
We have found that the performances of GM folk music here have attracted the attention of many tourists, and they really enjoy listening to this traditional music.
The Provincial Traditional Arts Center has carefully selected performance locations that suit the space for folk music performances. The programs are well prepared, combining traditional and contemporary styles to meet the tastes of tourists.
Turning GM folk music into a tourism product is a great idea, and we suggest focusing more on training and selecting suitable tourism sites for these performances.
Tourists today not only want to visit, admire, and explore beautiful landscapes and enjoy local cuisine, but they also seek to experience the unique folk cultures of different regions. Therefore, making GM folk music a unique tourism product will help attract more visitors, preserve, and promote the value of this intangible cultural heritage of humanity.
The last story to end our program today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye and see you later.